Reproductive technology has a direct effect on the rate of genetic improvement, and increasing of reproductive rates is to disseminate superior genetic stock. This kind of technology can help the small farmers and the breeders to improve their livestock production with a higher reproduction rate that implies a lower number of breeding animals and a higher intensity of selection. The goal of breeding is a list of traits to be improved genetically. The appropriate for the production system is defined as the breed suited to the production system. The improvement in the livestock can be measured as a relative to a given set of the traits. The traits of economics are important since it affects the productivity, longevity, health and reproductive ability of the animals.
There is some problem occur if we are still using the same old method. Firstly, it's not by having superior breed. If the farmers are still using the inbreeding method, which means still using the mating of closely related animal, the animal will easily fall sick and having infection. Secondly, it's by one-to-one breeding. One-to-one breeding is not efficient because with technology we can gain more by ratio 1 male to 10 female in the same time. Next is the mating success is not confirmed. It is because the quality of the sperm is not guaranteed 100% healthy before inserting into the female body. Besides, by using traditional method, the farmers will use longer time period to breed an animal will causing minimum profit to the farmers. And lastly, a synchronized age-through cycle will cause the animal to be harvested in different time. This surely will cause problem to the farmers to sell the product to the market.
Artificial insemination in animals. Artificial insemination commonly used instead of natural mating in many species of animals because of the many benefits it can reap. What is AI or artificial insemination? AI is the technique in which semen with living sperm is collected from the male and introduced into female reproductive tract at proper time with the help of instrument. This process, the semen is inseminated into the female by placing a portion of it either in a collected or dilute form into the cervix or uterus by mechanical methods at the proper time and under most hygienic conditions. This is a list of equipment that needed for AI process. The first is AI gun, and next, long plastic glove, toy unit, tweezer, thermometer, water thermos, straw cutter, lubrication, semen tank, and cement. How AI can be done? First step is remove all items from hand and use a disposable asymmetrical sleeve and lubricant. Next, keep the AI catcher warm and protected from contamination. Then, insert palpating hand into the rectum and use free hand to clean vulva. Next, applying downward pressure will cause the vulva to open slightly. And insert the AI catheter into the vulva. Must be gentle and avoid forcing the catheter. Then, locate the cervix with palpating hand. Next, navigate the catheter through the cervix to reach the target zone, which is the uterine body. Finally, keep the catheter in the uterine body and deposit the semen slowly. As I mentioned in the previous, you can gain several benefits by applying AI. These benefits are increased efficiency, increased potential for genetic selection, decreased cost, reduced disease transmission, and increased safety for animals and farmers.
The first benefit of artificial insemination is increases efficiency. Most males usually produce enough sperm in a single ejaculate to be diluted and expanded enough to create over 100 doses. Diluted semen is then packaged into straws and frozen. These straws of frozen semen are typically stored in a nitrogen tank where they will last for years and can be used as needed, meaning that males can produce offspring long after their natural reproductive lives end. The semen can be easily transported, allowing multiple females in different geographical locations to be inseminated simultaneously. The second benefit of artificial insemination is can increase potential for genetic selection. Artificial insemination allows males to produce more offspring. Therefore, one can choose only the few best males for use as parent, increasing the selection intensity. Furthermore, because males can have more offspring, their offspring can be used in a progeny test program to evaluate the genetic value of the male more accurately. The individual farmers can use artificial insemination to increase the genetic pool with which his or her animals can be mated, potentially decreasing effects of inbreeding. The third benefit of artificial insemination is decreased cost. Male animals often grow to be larger than females and can consume relatively larger amount of feed. Also, male animals are often more strong, powerful, and potentially ill-mannered, and thus require special housing and handling equipment. Artificial insemination also can reduce disease transmission. Natural mating allows for the transfer of venereal diseases between males and females. Some pathogens can be transmitted in semen through artificial insemination, but the collection process allows for the screening of these diseases. Collected semen is also routinely checked for quality, which can help avoid problems associated with the male infertility. Lastly, increased safety for animals and farmers. Because of the relatively larger size of adult males than females, natural mating is more likely to result accident and injury to either the cow or the bull than artificial insemination. Male animals can become large and aggressive. The entire artificial insemination procedure is more hygienic than natural mating because all the tools and equipment are sterilized before and after.
Next we move to CIDR. CIDR stand for Controlled Internal Drug Release. It is an intravaginal progesterone insert used in the beef cattle, dairy cattle, goat and sheep industries. Then, what is a CIDR made of? The CIDR is designed as a T-shaped nylon spine molded with a silicone rubber skin, which contains progesterone. CIDR helps to improve the effectiveness of reproduction programs by tightening estrus synchronization. So groups of cows and heifers come into heat and can be bred at the same time. It gives a lot of advantages such as higher pregnancy rate, estrus synchronization, improved value for semen because of the higher success rate of artificial insemination, heifers freshening at a younger age, exact breeding and calving dates of cows and heifers, and a more profitable herd or flock.
To begin, let's make sure we have everything we need. The CIDR device, the CIDR applicator, lubrication, a bucket of water with disinfectant such as chlorhexidine. This will be used to wash your applicator between animals if you're treating more than one ewe or doe. Latex gloves. Everyone, especially women, should wear gloves when handling this device because it contains the hormone progesterone.
Always read the package insert carefully before using the product. It is also important to always wear protective gloves when handling the product. Submerge the applicator in a non-irritating disinfectant solution. Always make sure to repeat this step and to clean the applicator before using it on the next animal. Carefully open the package. Each pack contains 20 CIDR devices. Apply a generous amount of veterinary obstetrical lubricant on the tip of the applicator. Fold down the wings of the CIDR T-shaped device and slide it into the applicator with the tail along the slot. Once again, apply a generous amount of lubricant to the tip of the applicator. Shift the animal's tail to one side and clean the vulva with disposable tissue. Carefully slide the loaded applicator into the ewe's vagina, first tilting the applicator slightly upwards and then moving it forward without force. Dispense the CIDR insert from the applicator by depressing the plunger. The wings of the CIDR open, anchoring the device inside the vagina. Carefully withdraw the applicator. Make sure, when the CIDR device is properly positioned, only the tail of the device can be seen protruding from the vulva. You may want to clip the tail of the device to prevent removal by other curious ewes. To remove the CIDR device at the end of the required period, simply give the device a firm but gentle pull and make sure to dispose of used inserts in accordance with local regulations.